Hello, welcome to FountainFX on Tuesday the 4th of November 2014. As I jump into my blog today, I just want to say sorry for all the background noise when it should start. I have builders on one side of my office who are building a wall and therefore using a sledgehammer to knock everything down. And on the other side we have tree cutters, etc., doing the gardening, and they keep revving their chainsaw at full throttle. So it is slightly irritating when I'm trying to trade and also trying to do a blog, but I will see how well I can manage it without screaming shut up out of the window. So hang on just a moment and we will get started. We've got the US dollar Swiss franc here on the 4-hour chart. As you can remember, we took this trade here from the highs down to the lows. The trend line, the counter trend line, got broken with this huge upswing in price that happened last Friday and broke us out of this particular trade. In fact, this happened across all US dollar pairs. Basically, there was good statistical data out on the US economy, and so therefore we saw the US dollar grow in strength. From this, though, we actually then, at the end of Friday, we did start to see a pullback occurring. I was looking also at this particular level here, if we bring this down, which was a previous level of resistance. If we look to the candlesticks, the close of the candlesticks, and we can see here that this wick came all the way down into this level before price turned and rallied up. So this is a case of where resistance has turned into support, so that gave a nice entry level there at the 0.9546. But if you're slightly cautious, a bit more like me, you could have waited for the break of this particular counter trend line, which happened here, and so therefore we saw the entry for this particular trade to go long at the 0.9570. Our target was up here at the 0.9680, previous area of resistance where price had fallen from, and it did reach it. In fact, it spiked slightly above it, so that was a nice 110 point trade. And since then we're now starting to see price is starting to show weakness. We've had a double top formation here, and the second top is lower than the first. We also have the MACD pushing down from an area of extreme, if you look at the moving averages and how high they were. So from a point of extreme, we've now got a crossover of the MACD pushing price down, and therefore we're seeing a very nice setup for an opportunity to do a trade entry, a short entry on this. Okay, so we've we can do that. We can take the short. Alternative is, if you want to say, well, what's the alternative on this? If you want to go long, well, you just run a counter trend line along here, and you look for opportunities where price therefore may break this for you to then go long again. However, the MACD is saying down, so you want to wait until the MACD breaks back above the zero line for you to take a long. That would be confirmation of price wanting to go up. Also, break of this trend line would be confirmation of price wanting to go up. And if we look across, we can see here previous area of resistance, okay, which could become support. So if we're looking at a buy around about the 0.9610, if we could see that, then that would be the opportunity there as well. So if I'm just going to move my trend line to there. So as you can see, resistance here before price continued down, and the next area of resistance would be, come on, move, right, would be here. Okay, previous resistance here, here, and here, and so if price does come back down into here, then we want to be looking for it to bounce and turn. So we can wait for the break of the trend line for confirmation and then take the entry and go from there. Just another thing to add very, very quickly, but it is a key piece of information, is the Bank of Japan is now doing quantitative easing to the tune of 30 trillion yen. They announced this on Friday, so that's $270 billion. Just going to switch over to the yen and the US dollar yen and show you how it's impacted on the currency. And as we can see on a daily chart, not a 4-hour chart or a 1-hour chart, this is when the news announcement happened, and we can see the surge in strength of the US dollar against the yen. So the US dollar is a strong currency at the moment. The yen is showing its weakness, so we want to be looking for opportunities to buy the dollar and sell the yen. So at the moment, price is pulling back. I would run a counter trend line and look at taking a long when that gets broken. The alternative is, if you really want to be sort of waiting for a possible return back to this area of resistance to then do a buy, you could place a buy limit down here at the 109.75 and basically hope that price will actually recover from all the way up here at the 113.80. So I mean, we are talking 400 points move in a matter of 2 days. So that's how big an impact the quantitative easing, or the news of quantitative easing on the yen, has affected the market. The dollar obviously had very positive news out on Friday, the yen negative, and therefore we saw the reaction there. That's it from FountainFX. Happy trading. I hope you have gained a lot from what we're sharing. Another key thing, you can see here, we've got a trend forming, run a counter trend line. At the break of that line, do a buy order, place your stop below the low, and just let the thing run. I mean, had you done it here, buy order here at the 107.37 off the break of this trend line, okay, you'd be sitting nicely with 600 points of profit in a matter of 2 weeks. There you go, 600 points profit in 2 weeks. That's $6,000 off a $1,000 trade. That's it from FountainFX today. Happy trading. We will catch you soon. I thank you for all of those that have emailed me with regards to the Earn As You Learn offer. I'm currently just putting that together. What I will do is I'll go to a webinar, but for those of you that still want to be included, you can only be included if you send me your email details. If you email me at steve@fountainfx.co.za, and what I will do is I'll send you out details of what the offer is, and then what we can do is we can all get together on a webinar and I can walk you through it. Okay, it's just another way of trying to help you accelerate your trading skills and generate as much profit as you can from the marketplace. So if you do that, that would be fantastic. And happy trading from FountainFX. Bye-bye.